Let's turn our attention now to our guest, and we've got something great to talk about. Good news with St. Vincent's Sunset Sail Cruise to benefit breast cancer programs. And Lyn McCarthy, the executive director of St. Vincent's Medical Center Foundation, joins us. And Lyn, a good morning to you.
Good morning to you, and thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for stopping by. And as it says, anchors away for the 13th annual Sunset Sail on the Bridgeport-Port Jeff Ferry on Saturday. What can you tell us?
Okay, so as you said, this is our 13th annual. It's a wonderful little cruise on the ferry. It leaves Bridgeport at 3:30. It'll go about halfway out. There's a DJ, wonderful food by Bazzi's, wonderful silent auction, and a raffle. It's a great time, and it certainly benefits a wonderful cause.
Tickets seem to be very reasonable, 21 and over, $60.
$60 a ticket, yes. Plenty of food. And the weather's going to be great. I already checked. So the band is outside on the top deck. And it's a nice afternoon to mingle, be out on the water. And the sun will just start setting, as the ferry comes back into Bridgeport Harbor.
And music by the seasides, as you were saying, the band will be outside.
Yeah, the band will be outside, a lot of dancing, and I just want everybody to remember where the money's going.
Absolutely.
The money will be going to the Breast Cancer Fund, and this is a fund that we administer, from the foundation. And for some reason this year, we've had many more breast cancer patients, breast cancer survivors that have applied to the swim for assistance. And the money that we raise with this event goes to all these individuals, I'll say 100% women, who are suffering from breast cancer. So these are patients that may have just gone through surgery, patients that are going through chemo and radiation. Some of them are single moms. Some of them are out of work. They're worried about their kids. We helped one particular mom with daycare and camp for their kids this summer because she was undergoing her cancer treatment. So, the money that we raise, you'll be doing a good thing because you're going to be helping a patient that really needs it.
Now, Swim Across the Sound, how did that start? How did that come to be?
Swim Across the Sound, we celebrated 28 years this past July. And the concept of the swim, as you just said it, was an actual swim from Port Jefferson to Captain's Cove 28 years ago, 3 young men and 2 boats. And they raised $5,000.
Wow.
Just for that one little swim.
Yeah.
So that now has turned into a program of multiple events. Sunset Sail is one of them. That raises money for the Swim Across the Sound. And the Swim Across the Sound raises about $2 million a year.
Wow.
So this money, whether it goes to breast cancer for this event, we have another event that just happened at Captain's Cove, and we'll have one in November. That money goes to pancreatic and liver cancer. We have our First Responders Fund, and that money we raise, that goes to any first responder in the state of Connecticut that's suffering cancer. And also we have our premier event, which is the marathon, which I want to thank you again for inviting me down the week before the marathon to talk about it. And the 3 swimmers and 2 boats turned into 160 swimmers and over 100 boats.
Oh my gosh.
And close to $300,000.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
So this one little marathon that started 28 years ago has really turned into a wonderful program for all types of cancer patients. We have survivorship programs, yoga, acupuncture, nutritional counseling that many patients need. And we provide financial assistance that insurance doesn't pay for, like a mortgage payment,
Right.
a utility payment,
Yeah.
a heat payment in the wintertime. And that's what the money for the Sunset Sail, your $60, is going to help, especially just for patients with cancer. So the individual that started this event, her name is Kathy Young. I guess I can say that. She's on our board. And she started this event 13 years ago, and it's very close to her heart. And, you know, I invite everybody to either go online, www.swimacrossthesound, and you'll see the Sunset Sail right up on our homepage, or you could call us at the office, 203-576-5451, and tell us you want a ticket, and we'll get you tickets.
And there's so much more that the money goes to that Lyn is alluding to. I'm just glancing at the release. Things that you might not think about. Beyond medications, of course, you think medications, but transportation to get places,
Yes.
daycare. I mean, daycare, as a dad, I know, daycare is a big deal.
Especially in the summertime. I mean, just think about if you're a mom, okay, and you're undergoing breast cancer treatment,
Yeah.
okay, whether you're a single mom or not, and you're the primary caregiver for the kids in the summertime, which
Absolutely.
is usually, how it goes. And you're going through your chemo and your radiation, and you just don't have the strength, and you're just too sick to manage the kids during the day, and your husband's working. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So you apply to the swim, and I'm humbled to sit in a meeting every Tuesday morning, which is where I was this morning at 9:30, to look at these applications and to be able to help these individuals that are asking for help. And as I said, we did pay for camp. We've done it many times. We did it last year as well for children of breast cancer patients who the mom needed a respite for the kids for the summertime.
You bring up a great point. Beyond, of course, the really cool sunset sail, beyond the marathon, there's also folks who need to apply. How does that happen?
Okay, so what you do is you will call the swim navigator. Her name is Vicki, and you'll fill out an application.
Mm-hmm.
And Vicki then will bring the application to a committee, which meets every Tuesday morning at 9:30 over in the new cancer center at St. Vincent's. And she'll explain to me and the other people on the committee the situation that the patient is going through, what type of cancer they have, so we know what fund to take it out of, why they're in need of assistance for whatever reason. And they bring the bills. I look at the bills. And with the money that we raise, thanks to our community partners, we're able to assist these patients. So I do need to give a shout out to the Port Jefferson Ferry that donates their ferry every year for this, and to Garavel Jeep, who's also a major sponsor for this event. We really couldn't do it without them. And the ferry has been really excellent for us because they donate the ferry on Marathon Day as well, because we take all our swimmers over to Port Jeff on the 6 o'clock ferry in the morning, and they donate that as well.
So you think about why should you go out and join the sunset sail, but swim serves over 30,000 individuals
Every
in
year.
Greater Bridgeport and throughout Connecticut.
Yeah, every year.
I mean, that's you don't need too many better reasons than that one. And
Plus, you're going to have a great time.
That's what I was going to spin back to.
Plus, with your $60, or if you come with a spouse or you come with friends, that you're going to help a breast cancer patient in need. I mean,
Yeah.
that I can tell you for a fact. And on top of that, you've done a really good thing, and you're going to have a great time in the afternoon as well. So,
Nothing wrong with
how
that.
could you go wrong, right?
Nothing wrong with that. Of course, we'd all love to say that, we'd prefer to not have to have these events, but it's a reality, and you're doing a great thing by continuing to do what needs to be done for folks who we just can't seem to.
And again, we cannot do it without all of you.
Yeah.
For our donors, our corporate partners, our companies that sponsor our events. They believe in the mission of the swim, and they help us help our patients.
And of course, another bottom line is to make sure you go get yourself checked. Prevention.
That's the most important thing.
But that being said, have a great time with the sail. It sounds like it's going to be a great, and you said great weather.
It is going to be great weather, and again, you could get your ticket online, again, www.swimacrossthesound.org, and you'll see the sunset sail right up there. Or if you're not too computer savvy, you just want to dial 203-576-5451, we can get you a ticket over the phone as well.
And to recap, 21 and over, $60 for a ticket. Catering by Vazzi's, if you've never had it, it's great food. Live music by the Seasides, beer, wine, soda, a DJ.
Silent auction and a raffle, and we just put all the baskets together for the silent auction, and there are some great, great silent auction items.
Do we dare ask for a hint of anything?
There's wonderful baskets, there's gift certificates to restaurants, there's a bike, There's just some really, really nice stuff.
Nice stuff.
So-
and a lot of great stuff. And you mentioned a lot of great sponsors and
Yes.
everybody really supporting what's going to be a very worthwhile cause.
So it's from 3:30 to 7. It's really a wonderful, and if you've never been on the ferry, this is another thing. It's a great little cruise out to the Sound. And again, the sun just now starts to set, so as you're coming back into Bridgeport, you'll see the sun going down. So it's really quite lovely.
That sounds like a beautiful night. And of course, again, it's this Saturday. So hop on and sail away in the afternoon.
Thanks again for having me and letting me talk about the swim and the sunset sail and all the good work that the foundation does.
Now, Lyn, thank you for coming in. Lyn McCarthy, Executive Director of St. Vincent's Medical Center Foundation. They do a wonderful job. We love working with them.